Here, back in the fantasy bar, talking some baseball. Six of my favorite plays for you on this Tuesday night slate, including some guys I think are way too cheap. So we'll get you a bunch of bats under 4,000 on DraftKings, some under 3,000 on FanDuel. My favorite starting pitcher in a high risk, high reward situation, but big time strikeout upside. My favorite stack of the night, and of course, my favorite play on the entire slate. Who we talking about? Only one way to find out. It's time to belly up to the fantasy bar. Welcome in, guys. Tuesday edition Beers Daily Fantasy Six Pack, running it back with another MLB video today. Six of my favorite plays ready for you, fresh off the tap. Thank you, as always, for stopping by, checking out today's video. Now, before we get into those plays, do me a favor, take a second, click that thumbs up button, and subscribe to the channel. Great night for us yesterday. 2 home runs from Austin Riley, 2 home runs from Cameron Misner, our beast of the night, Bobby Witt Jr., going yard as well, and almost 28 DraftKings points from our starting pitcher, Dustin May. Hopefully you guys used those plays, made some money. If you did, let me know. Hit me up on Twitter at Beermakersfan with some of those winning lineups. So let's keep it rolling here into today. Our first bat, outfielder Brent Rooker. Kind of a slow start numbered-wise, batting average under 200 to start the season, but we know the name of the game here with Brent Rooker. It is power, still 4 home runs already on the season, so the power has certainly been there and was good against righties last season. Led the team in both WOBA and ISO, that WOBA near 400 against righties in 2024. ISO up at 259 and nearly 57% hard contact against right-handed pitching. Burke struggling to start the season against righties. WOBA over 400, ISO over 270, and a 46% hard contact rate here. I think Rooker in a good spot with some wins blowing out in Chicago to take 1 yard. All right, let's get you one of my favorite values right now at third base in Josh Young of Texas. So actually shocked to see some of these prices here, especially on DraftKings at just $3,500 for Josh Young. Feels way too low right now, and this price will shoot up. So take advantage while you have this buy low opportunity. Even on FanDuel at just $3,000 feels a little bit too cheap. First 7 games of the season here after returning, 4 multi-hit games for him, and a great start against lefties with a 432 WOBA thus far. Kikuchi, 375 WOBA allowed, 273 ISO to righties so far to open up the season. Josh Young, just too cheap in a good spot here tonight against Kikuchi. All right, let's get you my favorite starting pitcher for the night. It's Ryan Pepiot of Tampa Bay. So definitely a high-risk, high-reward option here in Pepiot. A couple of safer guys. Those guys are going to be much higher owned in your tournament. So I like the upside here. We saw 8 strikeouts in that opener for Pepiot. Last couple of starts, not great. What's that going to do? Should keep ownership here in check. Early returns, under 20% owned here for Pepiot. And the thing I really like here, strikeouts against lefties, both last season and this season, have been higher than they have against righties. Boston looks like 5 projected starting left-handed bats. All of those 20% or higher strikeout rate against right-handed pitching. Some of them 25, 30%. Devers in that lineup, about a 40% strikeout rate this season against righties. And overall, Boston, 4th highest strikeout rate in all of baseball at over 25%. I know this game has a high total here, generally not what we're looking for our pitchers. And I love the strikeout upside here for Pepiot against this Red Sox squad. All right, let's stay there with Tampa, but add a bat that was great for us yesterday in Cameron Misner. Now, I generally don't like giving you guys repeats, but was great for us yesterday, and I love the spot for him here again today. Talked about yesterday, feels like another great buy low here. That price did not budge after yesterday. Gave us a big game, and I think he's in another good position here tonight against Walker Buehler. We'll talk about him here momentarily, but against righties, 483 WOBA so far this season and a big 290 ISO. Now, Buehler has had a trend of struggling against left-handed bats, 362 WOBA in 2024, and already this season, seeing a similar number at 370, along with a 59% hard contact rate. I think Tampa, a great stacking option here tonight. Even if not, Cameron Misner, one of the best values under 3,500 on DraftKings, and weighed on at just 2,600 over on FanDuel. All right, let's get to our next bat at first base with Ryan Mountcastle of Baltimore. So slow start to the season here for Mountcastle. Finally put a home run on the board last night. So the power upside is what we are after here, and these prices more than fair, under 4,000 on DraftKings and under 3,000 here on FanDuel. So far this season against lefties has been very productive. WOBA near 550, ISO up at 250. And Logan Allen off to a decent start against righties this season, but last year a WOBA over 400 allowed, 268 the ISO, and 18 home runs. 2 right-handed hitters. Mountcastle in a good power spot here. Price is a little bit too cheap, in my opinion, on both sides. All right, it's time. Take a look at my favorite play for Tuesday night. Before we do that, let's run it back on our Beast of the Night contest. All you got to do, click that thumbs up button, head to the comment section, and guess fantasy points on FanDuel tonight for my highest scoring hitter. If your guess is the closest, you're going to win yourself a free week of RotoGrinders Premium just for hanging out today in the fantasy bar. All right, let's wrap it up with my favorite play for Tuesday night. You know, Mass, Beast of the Night. All right, Beast time. We promised you a stack. We're going to stay right there with the Baltimore Orioles and add Tyler O'Neill, tonight's Beast of the Night. This is one of them spots I always seem to target Tyler O'Neill against lefties, especially with these prices under $5,000 on DraftKings, just a tick over $3,000 on FanDuel. Numbers against lefties in 2024, 486 WOBA, and look at that ISO way up at 438, so huge power in this bat against left-handed pitching, and absolutely off the charts against the four-seam fastball, which is the primary pitch from Kikuchi. That four-seam fastball from left-handed pitching, we're talking a 613 WOBA and a 649 ISO last season. I think Tyler O'Neill sends one into the seats tonight easily. My favorite play on the board in tonight's Beast of the Night. All right, guys, that'll do it for our Tuesday night six-pack. Any comments, questions, or feedback, hit me up either in that comment section right below the video or on Twitter at Beermakersfan. Don't forget your guess of my highest scoring hitters FanDuel points tonight for a shot to win a free week of RotoGrinders Premium. For RotoGrinders.com, I am Beer saying salut, guys. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out in the fantasy bar. Best of luck on tonight's slate, and we will see you.
Thanks for checking out our videos. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more DraftKings, FanDuel, and other DFS content. And you can check out our daily live show schedule on rotogrinders.com/videos.